where are we? Okay, we are all set, and we are live on TikTok and other platforms. Black Africa. I remember you. You were here yesterday. It's nice to have you on board, Black Africa. Yeah, so guys, we are live, right? We are active, but I want to set up the few environments that we need so that we can get started as soon or as quickly as possible. Yeah, so go back here and then pick this, right? When you come here, just drop the like and go to the next one. Yeah, guys, I'm setting up some stuff, so let me do that, then we can jump into business. So come here. You sure? Hi, brother. It's another day to push you up. Yeah, it's another day to, it's another day to cook. We always cook. I'm always cooking. We are always cooking. Yeah, for my app, I have an app. I don't know if you've checked it out, Trekmara. It's live on both App Store or both stores, which is iOS and Android. Yeah, and I also have a first responder. It's available for Ghanaians, and apart from that, I have personal apps. I have websites and all that you can check out. Guys, I don't know, but I am very exhausted. Yeah, so I'm very exhausted. My energy is like 10%. Right, my energy, it seems I'm left with only 10% of energy. It's crazy, man, but yeah, we keep pushing. I have to do this. Yeah, so you V3MM1, I think I've seen you before. Yeah, where am I from? Yeah, so I'm in Ghana. I'm a Ghanaian and I'm from Ghana. Yeah, so guys, we are about to go crazy. All right, we are about to go crazy. I'm not sure if we can do 2 hours today or tonight in this particular episode because damn, bruh, I'm tired. Yeah, so guys, if you're watching, don't forget we are live on TikTok. We are live on YouTube as well. So if you're watching on TikTok and you are not yet part of the YouTube channel, you can check out the YouTube channel from here. All right, and drop that subscription to the YouTube channel, and also make sure you check out some of the videos and everything concerning them, right? So yeah, guys, it's good to have you on board. We are 3, and then we can get started whilst we wait for the rest. Yeah, so this is what we have in episode 4. I think in episode 4, yeah. So in episode 4 we tackled the authentication stuff, right? We were able to do the verification, the validation of the fields and all those things, and then we ended at the send code, right? We ended at the send code screen. So from here we are going to actually work on the verification screen, the reset password, and that should be it, guys. The others are not yet here, but for those of us that are watching, please let's reshare the live so that all this can come in as quickly as possible. Yeah, thank you for the reshare. Okay, so let's do the screen. We are actually going to focus on this verification screen and do some few things on it before we move on. Hansen, thank you for the follow. It's good to have you on board. Yeah, guys, what are we gonna do from here? So first things first, let's start with our Pixel Pro, right? And then let's rerun this to see what we are gonna get. Subscribe, guys, subscribe. Okay, you said this, subscribe. If you have personal issues, all right, if you have personal issues that you want to ask me, you can also check the top here, right? You can check the top here and just send a text and let's get talking, or let's get started. Yeah, so we have our screen. We are going to move from here to here. We can't move to the next screen because the fields are invalid. So what we are going to do is enter our full name, which is code with Setso. assuming that is my full name. We're gonna do the email, and so we will say code with Setso. Right, Akmal, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so what we are going to do is code with Setso, and then at gmail.com. All right, so we are going to do this, and then let's just say our password is password. Yeah, from there we can click on create our account. Create account is supposed, yeah, we are not yet done with this because we would have to link it directly to the home page. So let's go to login. So we did all that for nothing. Okay, so on login we would do code with Setso. All right, code with Setso at gmail, blah blah blah. That one too, we would have to do the home page before we can log in. Right, so from here what we are supposed to finish up with is the reset password. Yeah, so inside of the reset password we would first take the user's email. So assuming the email is code with Setso at gmail.com. Yeah, assuming this is the email, we are going to send a code, and then this is where we would be focusing on today, or in this episode. This is what we are going to be focusing on, the enter for the screen, which is the OTP screen, right? So let's look for the, we are already on the OTP screen. We just have to do some few stuff in here. Yeah, so let me close all these tabs, and then let's pick the OTP screen. Then we are here now. Yeah, so with this we would have to, let's take a look at the UI. Let me do my rearrangement. Pew, wiggle. Yeah, so we have this, and then we can swipe right or left, swipe left to get here. Okay, that is that. And from here what we are going to do is let's build this field, right? Darrison, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so let's build that field, and that should be it, right? So we are going to build the OTP field. Let me do that. We have this too, so the spacing is 24 actually, and we're going to do the constant spacing 24. We don't have to rewrite, you can just pick this, and then that is that. Yeah, so we have this, and then we are going to do form, right? So we are going to use the form widget like this, and then we can do the rest of the stuff from here. Oh yeah, this is someone that I've been expecting to text me for a very long time, and she just texted. Yeah, hi, I'm gonna reply you after here. Okay, so guys, we have column, and then the children is gonna be what we would be taking in this particular field, and that is gonna be the form field. Guys, I told you I was feeling sleepy, I told you I was feeling exhausted. It seems like my energy is back. Yeah, so it seems the energy is back, so tonight is gonna be crazy again, right? So the energy is back, my man. Yeah, so right now what we are going to do is let's call the form field, right? So we're going to have form field, form field. Is it text form field? Yeah, so text form field like this, and rerun this, and you're going to have something like this. So that is one text form field, right? Okay, I want to show you something crazy. This that we have here, right? This that we have here would change to a row. So let's make this a row, right? Because the form fields are going to look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, right? They are going to be in a row. So inside of the form, all right, inside of the form widget, we would be using row and not column. Yeah, you get it. Don't forget about it. If you forget about it, then I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do about that. Yeah, so we are gonna have multiple rows, right? We are gonna have this row about 4 of them, right? So to do that, we would have something like list dot generate. We want to generate 4 of them, so we are going to do index, and then inside of this index we would have something like let me do it this way. Let me flex a little. So inside of this index, then we would have this this text form field, right? But to do that, we would have to wrap it in something. But let me drop it so that we can rerun it for you to see what we are going to get. So we have this. The form field is way out of the screen because the screen, the width, right, of the form field is conflicting with some modal layout issues. So it's gone. We can bring it back. Let me know. I'm going to be sure. Let me be very sure. I know that if we should wrap this in expanded, we are going to have that form field back. So let me do this. And then this is our form field 1, form field 2, and form field 3. Yeah, so you can see that, right? If you can't see it, I'm sorry, but you have to open your eyes and then you would see it. If you're not able to see it after opening your eyes, then subscribe to the YouTube channel, then you will see it. Yeah, so that is that. We have the form field, and there are some few things that we are going to do about this, right? So we would do decoration, and then we would call input decoration, and after input decoration we are going to call border, right? And then we are going to call border. Is it underlined? No, it's not underlined. We are going to call outlined. Yeah, so outlined input border. That is what we need. And then we will call the border, right? Border side, then border side. And then we are going to have the border side color. Ellie, thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so we have our border side color. If I rerun this, we are going to have this here, right? We are going to have this. Okay, so now we want this particular elements. We want to have a little spacing in between this input fields, right? So assuming this is what we have there, then we want to have some spacing in between them, right? So how do we do that? How do we do that? There are a lot of ways, and I'm thinking of the one to use. There are a lot of ways to achieve that, and I'm just thinking of the one to use. Okay, so first things first, I would have to actually put this, right? Richard Daniel, thank you very much for the follow. Guys, as we are following, I would love for all of us to do one thing. Check out the YouTube channel, guys. I want you guys to check out the YouTube channel for me. Please. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so the YouTube channel, in there, I have a lot of videos. A lot of videos, beautiful videos like this one, you know, beautiful videos, raw coding, just creativity, like raw coding, just experience, beautiful experience, and it's so nice. But right now I need your support, guys. I need your support on that channel because the TikTok channel is doing okay, but YouTube is kind of struggling. So as you're watching, please, I want you to just check out the YouTube channel here, support with your subscription, and let's build this platform together. Chris, thanks for the follow, and Mr. Pius, thanks very much for the follow. Thank you. Yeah, so this is what we are gonna have as the input fields here. Thank you, Charles. Thank you for the follow. So this is what we are gonna have as our input field, right? You can see that. Can you see that? Can you see? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, I know you can see it. You can see it. Yeah, so having this as our input fields, I think there's some few things that we'd also have to do, which is the text, right? So this input field has to take only one text. It's supposed to take a single text, and that is it, not more than one. React Native, no bro, this is Flutter. This is Flutter, and as you can see, this text is like, let's not worry about the text right now because we can style that after everything. Right now we want to get some functionalities working before we jump into the styling and stuff. So because what is styling without functionality? If functionality is not working, then what are you going to use the styling for? So let's do the functionality and then the styling. Yeah, so damn bro, form field. Okay, we have this, and then we are going to have to do something. Guys, thank you very much for the like. Garrison Studios. Yeah, so pick the text form field, this, and then let's check some few things. Text align, I think text align should be in the center, right? So text align should be in the center. If I rerun this, then now we have this in the center. Sorry. Then we have this in the center. But then we need one more thing. We have to change the text to only number, right? So we would do keyboard type, and then we'll say keyboard type is only text input type dot number, right? Which means we would be taking only number in there, right? So when we rise, if we should use the keyboard, then it's gonna pick only number. We can actually write a little stuff, a little validators or some few things to actually display only numbers, right? Only numbers, and ignore the text and stuff. Yeah, so after that we have our text aligned in the center now, but pressing this, you can see that we have multiple text in one box, and according to the UI, each box is supposed to have a text. So it is 1:1, 1:1, not 2:1, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah. No, bro, 1:1. And to do that, we have to set the max text, right? I think max input, something like that. I think max lines. Yeah, so is it max lines or max length? So max length is 1. Yeah, so now let's do it and see. We have to take this from here. We have to take that from there, and what? There's a way to do that. Oh my god, I think I forgot that. There's a way to do that. There's a way to do that. I forgot. Let me go online and then research to remember that. All right. So remove 0/1 from text form field in Flutter. Hey bro, you have a degree in software engineering or you are self-taught? Yeah, I have a degree. Yeah, so that is that. We would set the counter text. So to remove the 101 character counter from the bottom of your Flutter, blah blah blah, when you have maxLength property set, you need to configure the counter text property to an empty string inside your input declaration. So we are just going to have to use counter text, which is nothing or empty in our text declaration, right? So inside of this, yeah, so Gaffer, I did software engineering, and with my degree, that was in 2020, from 2020 to 2024. Yeah, so what am I gonna do? Counter text. So counter text is going to be this, an empty field, so that should hide that. Yeah, so now we can only take one text, right? We can only take one text inside of the input field, not more than 2. Yeah, just one. Now that is all we can do. Okay, no problem. I'm busy with Python, self-taught, no mother, no mentor, and it's hard, but I'm trying. Yeah, it's good you are trying. It's difficult when you have nobody telling you to do this and that, but I'm glad you are trying. Yeah, I'm glad you are trying. Yeah, Tech Bro, welcome to the house. What's up, Tech Bro? What's up? Can you teach me this? Yes, C137. Yes, I currently have a lot of classes going on, private sessions for some few individuals, and we are learning Flutter. Yes, so I'm training them in Flutter. So you can actually DM me on that, and we'll talk about it. So it comes at a cost. Yeah, it comes at a very moderate, cheap cost. It's not that difficult. It's not that expensive, and you get a chance to have a full-time access to me one-on-one to teach you this. So yeah, you can send me a DM, then we'll talk about that. And guys, live on YouTube, right? I'm live on YouTube. Don't forget to check it out, all right? We have crazy videos there, the same vibe on all the videos. You learn something new, you laugh, you learn something new, you laugh, you learn something new, you laugh. That's the whole vibe about this. So just check out the YouTube channel, Raw Coding. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow, and don't forget to, yeah, let me do that right away. Great. Hopefully I'm gonna reply you just after here. Okay, only Python to learn. How much until I know Python? Send a DM, Gafar, and I'll take you through. Yeah. So guys, where are we? We have this. Bro, I really see you using AI. Yeah, tech bro, I rarely use that. The only time I involve AI in my work is when I am searching for stuff like this. And then this AI, because AI overview, right? It does the research and then brings out the answer, and I just include that inside of my code. I take a look at it, see what works for me, then I use it. But to use AI for coding, maybe AI in the IDE and stuff like that, I don't really do that because I love the coding, bro. I love writing the code. Yeah, I love writing the code, and it's just me. This is my hobby. It's what I do in my free time. So yeah, so great. Yeah, so guys, we've taken off this, and then the next thing we are gonna do is we are the same on that. Great, brother. It's good to have you on board. Then you have to subscribe, bro. Twin brothers, let's twin on the YouTube channel as well. Yeah, so we would also have to do something, which is to actually unfocus the input field when we click outside of the field, right? So we can do that right away. We can just go in here and then we will do on tap outside. So on tap outside, we are going to pick this event, and then we will do something like focus scope, right? So we are looking for the focus scope. Where is it? Dot of this context, then we are going to say unfocus. Yeah, so that is what we are doing, guys. Thank you all for the follow. Unfortunately, I can't mention all the names because they are names that I'm not familiar with. So we have Minjo and Pinky Barbie. Thank you guys for the follow. So now when we click outside of the input field, the text automatically gets this one. Yeah, the text automatically gets the text field becomes unfocused. Yeah, thank you Watermark and Silver, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so guys, what we are gonna do next is actually what do we do next? We add the controllers. Should we use controllers? No, we are not going to use controllers now. We are going to add the focus scope. Yeah, we are going to add the focus scope, and then from there we would move on. But with what we are with how I'm building this, adding the focus scope is just it's going to be some way. So let's finish up with some few touches and then we can do that. So now let's design the text style. Right, when we input a text, when we enter a text, let's design the text style. So we are gonna, I'm from Namibia, and on my second year, man, and I don't know much about coding at all. Okay, you don't know much about coding. Are you doing software? Are you offering software engineering? Are you offering software engineering? So let's pick the font size and the rest of those things. Yeah, so our font size is semi-bold 32. That's huge. That's huge. Yeah, 32.0, and we are gonna have the color as a very dark color. So the color is gonna be up colors. So we can have our up colors dot primary 900. Yeah, and then the next thing we are going to do is to set the font weight. Since it is semi-bold, then that's going to be W600. like this. So rerun that, and then we'll have something like this. I'm basically doing diploma man, have 8 modules. Okay, right. And is there anything you need from me? It's guys, this is how it's gonna look like according to what we have here, right? And it's too huge comparing to what we have here. Comparing this to what we have here, I think it's too huge, but we are going to go with this because that is what the UI says. When you disobey the UI, they are going to come for your neck. Yeah, so what is the border color? What are we going to have for the border color? It says primary 100. So watermark, what is are you in search of anything? All right, maybe an advice, a support, or any other thing? Are you in search of something like that? So yeah, our border is gonna be of this color, primary 100. That is gonna be our border. So let's go back here, and then the app colors, the color is going to be app colors dot primary 100, like this. So rerun, and we should have the aim is to know how to code complete, because I see it's too interesting and a good opportunity. Okay, yeah, coding is cool, coding is nice. You know what, just send me a text. Yeah, just send me a text, send me a DM. So we have cws@gmail.com, and then this is going to be our input field, like this. Yeah, so assuming we have stuff like this, we have to set the border, right? We have the normal border, and then the next thing we have to do is the border radius, right? So this border radius, really? Are you trying to tell me there's no border radius here? There is a border radius, 10. Yeah, so our border radius is going to be 10, and that is the color. So that's for border side. We can do border radius. It's going to be circular. So border radius is circular, and then that will be 10.0. Yeah, like this. Rerun it, and then we have something like this. Yeah. Then you have something like this. So from here we want to set other sections of the border, which is going to be the enabled border color, and then also the active border color, right? The focus border color, and then the enabled border color. So let's change this to enabled border, right? And then we're gonna have it that way. So this is the enabled border, and the focus border looks like this. We would add the focus border to change the color as well. So focus border is gonna look something like this. Let's push this back, and push this back, and push this. So when the input field is focused, the border color is gonna be like this, but the border is gonna be primary 900, right? So rerun, and then we'll have something like this. So this is focus, this becomes focused, this becomes focused, and this becomes focused. Wise man, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so after that, we would also have to, I want us to change the color of the cursor, right? So I don't know if that is straightforward, if we can do that straightforward, or we would have to do something else. So let's check cursor color. Okay, we can change the cursor color to, yeah, all right. I've seen that. I'll take a look at it. Yeah, so cursor color, we want to give it up colors. Before then, let's give it a color of yellow and see if it's gonna change. So let's do this, and then have here. Now our cursor color is yellow, which means we can now give it a color of our choice, right? So it's gonna be app colors dot primary 100, and that is gonna be our cursor color. So our cursor color, our cursor color, our cursor color. Yeah, so now we have these three. This is looking good already, guys. This is looking good, almost like what we have here. TFYP, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so we have this here. We have this beautiful looking input field, and we are almost there, but we have to do some few stuff. Input field is one of the easiest but confusing and complicated stuff in Flutter, which means that when you are working on it, you have to take your time to actually analyze everything, especially when you are doing this OTP field. Yeah. So now we've gotten this. What next do we have to do? The next thing we'd have to do is to change the focus. So what we are going to be doing is that as soon as we enter a field, we would automatically change the focus to this field. And then when we enter something, we change the focus to the next field. When we enter something, we change the focus to the next field. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so what we are going to do next is to build this input. All right, we are going to build this input and then call it here. We are going to call it 4 times and assign their controllers and blah blah blah, everything to them. Right, I don't want to build them directly. I don't want to do a lot of if else stuff to actually get at. So what time will you finish? Yeah, I am going to finish around 10 p.m. GMT Ghanaian time, so that is like 2 hours each. Yeah, so I'm gonna take 2 hours. Yeah, so in here we would have something like text form field, because that's what we are returning. We are returning a text form field, and we're gonna say build OTP field, right? And then we're gonna take some few parameters in there, but for now let's just take our time and do this. Yeah, so build OTP field. Will the live be posted on YouTube? Yeah, it is. I am live on YouTube right now, and it's in a playlist. The playlist is called the Styles mobile application. So I am live right now. If you should follow this particular name, Code with Setso, you would see me live coding just as you are seeing currently on TikTok. So I'm waiting for you in there. All right, sure. Okay, so guys, we are gonna return our field. Oh, that's a lot. What am I not doing? Right. Okay, I have to pick something. I have to take something off there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna pick just this, and yeah, I'm gonna pick just this, and then that is it. Yeah, sure. All messages sent. What is the issue with you? Okay, I think I omit something. Did I omit something? Yo, what's up? What's up? Let me see. Okay, so if I return this, it's still giving this. Okay, text form field. I think I have to do something that I haven't done. So yeah, I would have something like this, text form field, and then I'll just pick the data from here and put it in there, because I can't tell where I committed an error, and it's going to hand me. So what? Why are you acting like this? Why are you acting like this? Damn, bro. I don't want it to be this way. Oh my god. I don't want to. Okay. I think I know what to do. Let me pick this pattern. Yeah. And I'm going to return pattern. Yeah, so okay, just DM me. Let's see the error message. No, it's actually not an error, right? It's not an error. I just want to, I don't know what I am doing wrong right now. So let me return a widget. I'm coming. Let me reroute this build OTP field. I just want the text to be well laid out, and then it's not doing so. So that is why I'm kind of confused. Yeah, so is this, it was that's an additional parenthesis at the end of the main parenthesis, and that's what was causing the issue. Yeah, so build OTP field, and then this is how it's gonna look like, right? So in here we would be taking some few stuff. I don't know what stuff we even gonna be picking from here. We would need controllers, right? So we will need controllers, not control X, sorry. We will need a controller, and controller would be the controller that would assign, right? And then we would need something like a focus node. So we will need focus node, and it will be the focus node that we would assign, and we will assign, and then we will do on editing or complete, right? On editing complete or on saved. Let's do on field submitted. Yeah, so on field submitted, we would be doing something like I think on field submitted takes a value, right? So we'll be doing something like this, and let me just go like this. Yeah, so I'm gonna say if next focus node, right, is not null. What if next focus node is not null, then we are gonna call our focus scope, right? Our focus scope dot of this context dot request focus. Yeah, request focus, then we would call the next focus node. Yeah, so we are going to call this, we are going to do this if this is not null. Else, if it is null, then we will just do focus scope dot on context that unfocus. Okay, so we are going to do unfocus like this. Yeah, so that is that, right? That is that for the focus nodes. And then the next thing we are going to do is that on text change, right? So on changed, we will take value, and then we will do something like this. So we would say if the value is not empty, right? If the value is not empty, then we will request our next focus, which is going to be this. Yeah, so as soon as we enter a value, is your controller variable declared? No, I'm going to take them from here. I'm going to take them as arguments or parameters. So I'm just writing this. Yeah, so now we would bring our named parameters, and then our named parameters is going to be a text editing controller. Then that will be a controller like this. And then we are going to have another parameters or additional parameters for the rest of the stuff, right? So we are going to have another required one, which would be focus node, right? So this will be our focus node, then we call it a focus node, right? And then we are going to do another one, which is another focus node, and then we are going to call this one next focus. Yeah, so next focus node like this. Yeah, so now we have all this, right? We have this 3 controller, focus node, and then next focus. We have these 3, and all we have to do is to go in here and change this. So we are going to change this, all right? We are going to replace all this with the row children like this, and then we can call it one after the other. I think that will be cool. We can call them one after the other, and I think calling them one after the other, yeah, there's something that I've seen, but I want us to build, see the error, then I'll show you how we are going to fix that. Yeah, so now let's create the editing controllers, the first one. So let's say OTP1, so let's just say num1 controller, num2, num3, num4. So number 2 controller, number 3 controller, and number 4 controller. Yeah, we have that, and then we would just do the rest for the focus scope as well. Yeah, so let's replace this with this. Yeah, and I think the next thing we can do is change this to focus scope, right? Thank you very much, Bismarck. Thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so this is gonna move from controller to focus node, right? And then this num1 is gonna be num2, num2, num3, num3, num4. Yeah. And then after this, we're just gonna write this check. All right, we're just gonna write this check in here. Thank you, Key Master. Thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so in here we are gonna do if num1. So let's do if num1 controller. Thank you, Covenant. Thank you. If num1 controller is not empty and like this, wait, and num2 controller, right? So if num1 controller is not empty and num2, let's say num2 controller dot text dot is not empty, right? And num3 controller dot text dot is not empty, and the last one, which is num4, right? And num4 controller dot text dot is not empty. Yeah, so we will check this. If all these fields are not empty, then that means the state is valid. Then we can now make the number visible. Astron Robust, thank you very much for the follow. Guys, I am live right now on YouTube. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube, and if you're watching this, I just want to entreat you to go check out the YouTube channel. Check the videos I have there, right? If you love them, just subscribe. If you don't love them, subscribe, because I'll do better for you. Yeah, guys, thank you for the like. Don't forget to reshare, and also stick around and drop a follow. Yeah, so now we have our first field, which is this field. So what we are going to do, this is going to be our num1 controller, and then the focus node is going to be the num1 focus node. Yeah, so we have this, and then if we rerun, then we would be having something like that. All we have to do is to put this in an expanded, then we should be good to go. Yeah, so that is our first expanded. We would just have to duplicate this 1 2 3, then we are good to go. So if we should rerun, then we are going to have what we had first. Yeah, so we're just going to change some few things. This is going to be num2, right? The num2 controller, and then this is going to be the num2 focus node. But we are going to do something crazy, right? You know, when we are in num1 and we enter a field, we would want to automatically move to num2. Yeah, and then we are doing that using the next focus that we declared here, which is the focus scope, the next focus node, right? So that is what we will use to determine the focus. The focus node is basically talking about the input field, all right, the field or the node that should be currently focused, right? So the focus, if this is blinking in here, if we click on this, then this is focused. So it's basically saying that, hey, this node, to focus this or to access the focus state of this particular input field, use this focus node. So that is just basically what it does. The name focus and then the node telling you what it's supposed to be focused. Yeah, so what we are going to do is that on the screen, when we are on input 1 and we click enter, we want to jump to input 2. So we have the input 1 focus node. We are going to set our next focus node, right, to be the input 2, which is the num2 focus node. You get it? Yeah, so now if we are at 1 and we press enter, we will jump to 2. Now if we are on 2 and we press enter, then we should jump to num3, right, the num3 focus node. Yeah, and if we are on num3 If we are on number 3 and we do that and we press the enter, then we should move to the number 4 focus node. If you are on number 4, then that means we are here. So all we do is unfocus the field. You get it? Beautiful. Thank you for getting it. So now we can rerun this from the top. Yeah, so get started. Go to login, reset password. We are gonna have to enter our email. So cws@gmail.com, right? And then in here now we can do this, right? So all we have to change is this controller is controller 4, right? And focus node is focus node 4. All right. Zama Nikita, Zama Nikita or Zama Nikita, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so guys, now if we press this, if we enter to here, if we enter an input field, empty name, thank you for the follow. Now we'll jump to this, we'll jump to this, and we'll jump to this. Yeah. All right, so what we would do next is that if we are on the screen, if we are on the last focus node, right, if we are on the last input field and then we enter a number, then we should automatically unfocus this, right? We should automatically unfocus that. So on changed, we are doing if the value is not empty, do this, request focus. And we would also write another check and say if the value is not empty and the focus node, the next focus is null, that means we are on the last field, so unfocused, right? So that we can say else if value dot is not empty and next focus is null, then what are we doing? We are calling focus scope. Yeah, focus scope dot of this context dot unfocus. So now we are saying if we are on this last screen and the input is not empty, right, then unfocus the field. So let's do this and then let's go to join log in, reset password. Shabedo, thank you very much for the follow. Yeah, so cws@gmail.com. Guys, this is very important. All right, these are the basic things, not the basic things, these are some of the things that goes into mobile app development, which when you have no idea of, you might think that it is just that simple to work on or to build. Sometimes it's crazy. Yeah, so let me see, we have that this is not empty and this, okay, so this one was hidden first, right? Do you teach Python? Yeah, you can text me. I teach mostly Java, no, I teach mostly that and then Flutter. But if you want Python, you can also text me and then I'll give you a private class. Yeah, so I think with this, the reason why this didn't automatically unfocus, and I think that is because the first condition is hidden, right? The first condition is true, so it's basically running this and it's not moving to this. So what we can do is to actually write this condition first, right? Let's have this negative condition as the first one, right, as this one, and then in the else we will just call the next focus. So we have this, right, we have this, and then we would do it this way. Yeah, so we are saying else, so this one is saying if the value is not empty and the next focus is null, then just unfocus, right? But if the value is empty, then we are going to do this. So what we have to do is also say else if value dot is not empty. Yeah, then move here. Okay, so let's try this and see if this will work. If it doesn't work, then we would have to write again. That is the sweet, right? That's a beautiful part of this work. You get to use your brain. You get to use your brain very well. You get to use your brain very well. So let's say we have 4, 3, 2, 1. So now you see it is working perfectly just as we want it to. And I already told you why it wasn't working at first. It wasn't working at first because of this, right? Because of this. Yeah, so we have to check the -1 first, which is likely going to be why we would be unfocusing the field before we move to the redirections and stuff. Yeah, so now this is what we have, guys. Now this is what we have, and everything is looking good, right? But we need some few things in here, which is this field, right? So we have to do email not received, resend code. Have you not received your email? No, please. Then resend the code. I ain't gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna resend the code. Please do that. Refund my money. No, I'm not gonna refund your money. So we're gonna pick this forgot password and reset password. Yeah, so we are gonna pick this and then we'll use it on that screen. Phew. Guys, am I rushing? Guys, am I rushing? Am I rushing? Yeah, I think I'm being fast. Okay, I wish I could actually mention your name, but thank you very much for the follow. I don't know that name. So yeah, I'm just gonna mention something that I think makes something out of something. Then thank you for the follow. Yeah, so we have this, and just below the form, we are gonna bring this in, right? Which is what? Yeah, so this particular field is not going to be resetting password. What do you use for backend? Yeah, so I normally write my backend using Java Spring Boot. Yeah, so I use Spring Boot for my backend. Yeah, and what do you use for your backend? Yeah, question. What do you use for your backend? Guys, please, if you are watching this, please guys, I would love it if you can just drop me a subscription right now. If you can check out my YouTube channel, which is this, and then give me 1 sub. Yeah, just subscribe. You're not gonna pay for it. You're not gonna do anything for it. Just subscribe to support the work. If you love what you've seen so far and you want to experience more of it, then subscribe so that anytime I go online, you will be the first to see. Yeah, so you use Fast API. That's good. Yeah, Python. That's good. What is your IDE? This is Android Studio. My IDE is Android Studio. Big ups. Yeah, so guys, let's rerun that screen and see what we are going to have there. Let's log in, reset password. What is the name? CWS at code with Setso, right, at gmail.com. So now we have this. Why is the text missing? Should I rerun? Okay, now we have our text. Yeah, so now what we want this text to do is to be in the center. Assuming we wrap this in the center widget, do you think it's going to align it in the center? Do you think this is going to align it in the center? Poof, we are done. I'm a junior Flutter too, but I got laid off 2 months ago and there's almost no junior Flutter job. Bro, sorry. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, then that means you would have to do a lot to get back in. Sorry. Local Jake. Yeah, Local Jake is saying that I need to learn mobile development. Where should I get started from? Black Arabian, thank you very much for the follow. And guys, Biggie, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so where should I get started from? If you want to learn alone, right? If you want to learn alone, you know what? I'm going to talk a lot if I want to address that. So Local Jake, please send me a DM just after the live. I will text you back. All right, I hope that's okay. Yeah, I hope that's okay. So just send me a DM with the same message. You can just copy and paste it, and then I'll get back to you as soon as I'm done with the live. Yeah, so guys, evidence. Thank you for the follow. Evidence. I need an evidence on my channel right now. Ep.5. Yeah, so we are gonna do this. Email not received. ETB. Thanks for the follow. Email not received, and then resend code. So here it's gonna move from forgot password to we asking the user, have you not received your email? Yeah, if you haven't received your email, then what do you do then? You resend password. So not password, we would say resend the code like this. Yeah, so rerun, and then we would have this email not received. Are you sure you haven't received your email? Okay, just resend the code. That is what we are doing. Yeah, so we just want to check the spacing between these two. This is 16, and the spacing between these two, this is 24. Okay, come down here, and this is even 12. Can you imagine? So take this off, and then no, that is not that. Yeah, please, what time do you usually start your live? Okay, it's mostly around 8 p.m. GMT, Ghana man time. Yeah, so GMT, Greenwich Meridian time, is that it? Yeah, at 8 p.m. most of the time, 8 p.m. But I have an official WhatsApp channel. In the official WhatsApp channel, I normally post the updates before I go live. So at a point where maybe due to some one or two things I might not be live, I drop it in the WhatsApp channel. And also sometimes on the official YouTube channel, just a post saying, oh, we are not going to be live today. So stuff like that goes on all the time. So yeah, if you want to be part, I would love you to be part of the community. So you can check out the YouTube channel. In the description of the video, you have access to the WhatsApp channel. Then you can join the WhatsApp channel. And also on the YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. Love you. Yeah, so guys, let's see what we got. Yeah, so I'm going to bring back this 12 because it's very important. We need it. The next thing I'm going to do is to add the spacing between this and the button, right? So between this text and the button, I have to add a spacing. Yeah, so go down here. I can't do this. I'm not going to add the spacing because it will make the design look bad. It will make it look terrible. Yeah, imagine I have like 180 spacing down here, and then the pattern is going to be lonely here, like lonely at the bottom, lonely, lonely, lonely. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. So we can either do something like 40 just to push it a little bit away from here, something like this, or maybe like this. So yeah, something like this. And then let's say we have 2 3 1 9, and we continue. That's beautiful. Yeah, so this is what we have, and this is what we have, but we can do something small, and that is a little padding right at the edges. So you can see this is a little bit padded away from the screen compared to this. So that is like a 16.0 or almost 24, right? So we would, in this form, we are going to wrap the row inside of a padding, right? User 1209, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much for the follow. Then we are going to have symmetric, horizontal padding and 16. So rerun that, and then we have this. And this is looking good, so I'm not going to do anything again, and this is what we are going to go with. Yeah, so now we are done with the 4-digit screen or whatsoever, and then when we click on it, we would be going to the reset password screen. Measure, thank you for the follow. Please don't forget to check the YouTube channel for more videos, for more lives, for more sessions like this one, and also subscribe. If you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you are watching on TikTok, please follow, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Good. Yeah, so what are we gonna do next? Since we are done with this screen, we use exactly 1 hour to do this. That's a lot of time. Yeah, I'm talking a lot, that's why. Yeah, so we would be jumping to the next screen, which is the reset password screen, right? We'll be jumping to the reset password screen when we click on the continue button, right? So we are done with all the screens. Yeah, we are done with this stuff, and then we are going to do this right now. Guys, are you happy? Because I'm happy. I am happy. Yeah, so I'm going to do the reset password screen right now. No time to waste. Yeah. Yeah. So Kweku, thank you for the like. Everybody, thank you for the likes. Yeah. So let me go down here and then do this. Inside of features and then alt, we are going to do the reset password screen. So reset password. Why? My fingers are faster than my man. Reset password. Yeah, so we are going to have this reset password directory. Guys, after the reset password directory, we are going to do something like reset password screen, right? Reset password screen, and then I think we can just have it as reset password. Then the class will be reset password screen. Yeah, and then the class would be the reset password screen. So reset password screen like this. Yeah, and then we are going to use a stateful widget, which will be reset password screen. Yeah, like this. And we are going to do an import, right? So let's import material. So let's import our material, Flutter material, blah blah blah. Yeah, so we are going to use that. Antoine, thank you for the likes. Yeah, so after that we would be doing some few stuff, and we don't have to do much because we already have the screen handling all those things that we need right now. The first one is the app bar. We are gonna rebuild it. So we would call scaffold and then drop this app bar. The reason why we are doing this app bar is that it automatically gives us this icon, right? It gives us the back icon, and then we can make use of it. That is why I'm calling the app bar. Without it, we would have to manually do that, which I don't want us to do because the UI says let's use the default one, and that is what we are using. You get it? If you don't forget about it. You get it? Yeah. So from there, we would be moving to reset password screen after this. Yeah. So when we click on the continue button, is this the button? Yeah. So the first one is checking if the fields are valid, right? Okay. So if it is valid fields, then navigator.push replacement. We are not going to push replacement. We will just push, right? We would push, and then we will go to the reset password screen. Where am I from? Yes, I am from Ghana. Z, I am from Ghana. Yeah, I am from Ghana. The number one developer, right? The number one Flutter dev that streams and talks a lot whilst building. The one that makes you learn whilst he is building. Why now doing it with CodeGen AI? Yeah, so the truth, unfortunately and fortunately, I don't use AI because I love this, and using AI will not give me that satisfaction. You get it? So AI will not give me the satisfaction that I need. That's why I am coding myself. And apart from me coding myself, my sessions are basically primarily based on impact, right? So I want people, especially the people that are beginning, yeah, the starters, to actually understand what goes behind the scene, right? What goes behind the scene and all that. But this is the future. I'm also a developer. Yeah. What I'm doing is helping people understand what goes behind the scene, right, of every code that they see were generated by AI and all those things. That is what I'm doing. So I personally don't enjoy using AI that much, and I prefer writing the code that explaining to AI to do this, it will make a mistake, do this, it will make a mistake, do this, like it's too much. Yeah, so hi man. Yeah, Pedro, what's up, Mr. Big Pedro? What up? Got it. Thanks for that. Thank you very much. Now the truth, this is a time for you to connect because you are a developer, I am a developer, and we are developers. So I'm gonna be live tomorrow. Please connect so that when I come back, we are gonna meet again. Yeah, so guys, now we can navigate to the screen after here. Thank you very much for the follow. The truth. Yeah, so guys, we are gonna navigate to the reset password screen from here. So let's click on continue. Then we should go to that screen. So let me do this. Reset password, email. It said build Facebook, please. Yeah, so Z, this is the build process, right? Every live, every playlist follows a particular process, right? So why don't you use Cloud? Claude? Yeah, I don't use it because mostly what I'm doing, I don't know, I don't use it because I don't want to use it. Yeah, and I already stated the reason why I don't use the AI, which is that, why is it not navigating? Is valid input fields. I think all the fields are valid. So wait, I got an issue. Why are you not navigating? I think all the fields are valid. So why then are you not giving me the yeah, you don't think it speed up your job? Nah, it doesn't. I feel like it makes me waste my time. I haven't even used it before, but with the experiences and stuff that I see, nah, and I'm good this way, man. I'm good this way. Do you have an advice for beginners in this area? So if you're a beginner, please try your best to read articles, try your best to read documentation, try your best to understand everything you are doing, at least the basics, before you start using AI. As soon as you begin using AI, you are going to lose the superpower, the developer superpower, and then you become something like a writer. And the problem with using AI as a beginner is that you can't spot errors. You can't spot AI mistakes. AI will always tell you that what I'm doing is good, and you can't spot the mistakes. So you end up writing rubbish code, and as far as it works, you think you have the best code. So try to understand the basics as a beginner before you begin using AI. Yeah. Yeah, you don't think AI speed up your job? Yeah, AI sometimes, not sometimes, AI always speeds up the job, but my live sessions are basically for beginners. But the skills and code accurate is what you're doing. Yeah. Yeah, there's all those things, but what I'm doing is for beginners. And with beginners, I want them to understand basics and fundamentals. That's why I don't use AI. And funny enough, what I'm doing makes me so happy. If I don't do this, I don't know what else I'll do. And using AI will spoil my mood. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, I can see there is an issue here. There is a single issue here. I don't know. Yeah, of course, you need to learn the logic behind the code. Yeah, so that is what I want. I always tell my people that please learn the basics. Please then learn the basics, especially those in my class. I force them to understand it, and most of the times they get to understand the basics and they're like, oh wow, this is good. I thought it was difficult, but now it's easy. Yeah, that's what most of them say. So reset password. We want to navigate to the reset password link screen, but this is not working. I think greetings from Brazil, greetings from Ghana. it is not working because I haven't assigned the form key, right? So let me do key. In episode 4 I forgot this, and then I have forgotten it once more. Yeah, so this get started and log in, reset password. How is Brazil, man? How is Brazil? Guys, I love how we are communicating here. Hopefully we are going to meet in the next episode and communicate again. So don't forget to drop the follow and also check out the YouTube channel. All right, the YouTube channel, guys, let's connect from there as well. Yeah, so now we are on our screen. The reason why it wasn't navigating is because I didn't set up the form key, right? And the form key is what I use for the validations. So over here, so I have to make sure it's valid before I can do the navigation. Yeah, that's why it wasn't navigating at first. Yeah. So we have this, and then we have this. Come to Brazil, very beautiful country, beaches and girls. Yeah, man, I love beaches. So yeah, I love the beaches. As for girls, yeah, girls are cool, but sometimes they're just stressful. They're just stressful. So yeah, take me to the beach, let me see the waves, and then just sit behind my PC and build beautiful stuff. Yeah, so guys, actually ladies are cool, right? But sometimes they're stressful. A lady can tell you that stop your work and come talk to me. Bro, I can't stop this, man. This is my life, bro. This is cool. I can't stop this, man. Yeah, so that's why most of the software developers are single, and it's not really so bad. How we go do them? Yeah, so we are gonna do the screen. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you very much for the follow. I got you. Have a nice week, bro. New follower. Yeah, I got you, man. Thanks for the follow. Yo, chilling. Yeah, chilling. All good. What's up? What's up with you? Chilling? Long time. Oh. Iche, where have you been? So we are gonna pick this header. Yeah, but before we use the header, Delhi, thanks very much for the follow. Sharp. Mitoade. So let's go to the password reset screen, and we are going to set the body. The body is going to be a single child scroll view, right? And it's going to have a child of padding. Yeah, so the padding is going to be this. We're going to make it constant symmetric. Oh no, not this. Constant symmetric, and then it's going to be of horizontal padding, which will be 16.0. Yeah, and then the child is going to be of column, and then column is going to have children, and then the first child is going to be the auth screen, right? Auth screen header widget. So we would have this like this. So import this, the auth screen header widget, then we good to go. Also, there is something we would have to import, not this. So let's just close this. Yeah, so rerun the app, and then we are gonna have something like this. All we have to do is change it to reset password, and then set the new password for your account so you can log in and access all features. Yeah, so here it's gonna be reset password. So we are gonna have reset password, and then here we would say set the new password for your account so that you can log in and access. Is it all features or what? Let's see. And access all the features. Yeah. So set the new password for your account so you can log in and access all the features. Yeah, like this. So rerun, and then we have something like this, but we are going to break the line exactly at so you. Yeah, so we can break the line over here so that can log in and access features. We'll move to the next line. Yeah, so after this we are going to do the next screen, right? And that is going to be this password. right? The new password and then the reset password. We are going to set up the new password, the two of them basically. And to do that, I would take you back to the sign up screen or the login screen. On those screens, we created a password field already, so we don't have to rewrite it, right? We don't have to do it anymore. We just have to pick it and use it. Do you get it? You do, right? That's why we wasted all the time building it. So we just have to pick and reuse it. If you are new to this episode and you haven't seen or you don't have an idea of how we built all these fields, please check episode 2, 3, and 4. All right? Then you join us in episode 5. So we are going back to the login screen, and then we will pick this password field because we need this. Yeah. To go to the login and then look for the password input field. Yeah, so we are going to take the build password input field. We are going to pick this particular field like this. Tortoise. Tortoise. Thanks very much for the follow. Okay, so we would have this as build input password field. We would import our app text and everything. We were gonna import our app colors and blah blah blah, and then all this, right? We are gonna pick all this from the other section and then just drop them here, then we are good to go. So we are gonna pick this show password what variables, and also this is valid input fields. Yeah. So you go to the login screen and then look for show password and this. So we are going to pick all this like this and then just drop them here and make use of the ones that we need. Then let's go of the ones that we don't. Yeah, so we are going to have the password input field and also the password focus node. Even at this point, we don't need the focus field so much, but let's just have it. Yeah, so we have this and password focus node and then the form key. Okay. So now everything is set. All we have to do is to call our form. Right, call the form widget like this and set the form key, assign the form key that we've created. And then the child is going to be this, the build password input field. So the label is going to be what? Password like this. And then the hint text would be enter new password. So enter new password. Yeah, that is the field. And then the controller is going to be password controller. And then the focus scope is going to be the password focus node. Yeah, so this is that. If we rerun the app, then we should have that. So go in here, enter your email at gmail.com. Yeah, send code. Okay, this is invalid. Yeah, so we would send a code. We would enter the code here and continue. Then this is what we have. Now we are going to move the elements, the children of the column to begin from the start, which is this side. So we will do something like this. And then we are going to set a spacing between the password, all right, and then the header or the heading. So click here, bring it here. The spacing is 24. So before the form, yeah, maybe fields, thank you very much. Fields, thank you for the follow. Yeah, then we are going to do height of 24.0. Then that is okay. Yeah, so do this and then we have our password field. Yeah, so password and then why is it missing? Why is our suffix missing? Rerun this and then let's confirm something. The suffix icon is missing. Have you seen that? It only becomes active when we set on when we press on that. So cws@gmail.com. Do this and then we have this. Let's do this. Okay, so now we have a new problem, which is this. It only becomes active when we click on this. All right, I think that actually makes sense because let me do this. So when I click here, yeah, I think that really makes sense. Without the active text, there's not going to be any icon for you to press. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So that is that for the first field, and we need another field, right? A second password field. Then that means this have to turn into this has to turn into a column, right? So we are going to put this inside of a column. So the child of the form will be a column, and then we'll have the first password field and then the second password field. So rerun, and then we would have something like this. But before this, we are going to set a constant sized box, right, with a height of 12.0. Is it 12 or 16? That, but let's go in here and then confirm. Yeah, it's 16, man. It's not 12. Yeah, so we have 16. The same thing is enter password, confirm, right? So this is going to be confirm new password, like this. We are going to confirm the new password, and then this is what we are going to have. Yeah, by the input field, so we have to change controller. Yeah, so C password controller. This is basically confirm password controller, and then this is going to be confirm password focus node. Thank you, Motolo. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, so thank you for the follow. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel here, because I'm live on YouTube right now, and you can check it out. Yeah, you can check out the YouTube channel and be part of the community, right? The YouTube community. Okay, so guys, thank you at miss.dev. Yeah, so from here, what do we do next? What do we do next? What do we do next? We have to supply that stuff, right? So now the next controller, so we are going to have the next focus node, and this is going to be the C password, right? The confirm password focus node. So we can have something like this. We can just break the lines, right? So this, and then controller, and then the focus node, and then the next focus node, then this. Yeah, and then we are going to do that for the confirm password side. We can do that for the confirm password section, like this, right? We can do that for this too, and then we will change this, right, to the C password, the confirm password controller, and then this would be the confirm password focus node. All right, so rerun this, and then Artemis, thank you for the follow. So we should have something like why aren't you running? Yeah, continue, and then here. So we should have something like password. Guys, thank you. Tamim, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, so now we have these two fields. These two fields, right? No worries. Thank you. Yeah, so we have these two stuff, which is password and confirm password. We can actually have to we can actually do something like, I think the show password is working for both fields, so this affects this and this affects this. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. So when you show one, the other one will also show for you, because why would you want to show password and not show the other one? Yeah, so that's okay. Yeah, now we have this too. Oh, cute boy, cute boy, cute boy. I had cute with the girlish emojis, and I thought that was a lady, not knowing you're a man. Oh man, cute boy, welcome, face kid. Thank you for the follow, man. Tamin, thank you for the reshare, guys. Guys, let's also check out the YouTube channel. All right, I'm live there. You have access to a bigger screen, the entire screen. You can see the directories and everything, the full IDE. You have access to all that, and also you have access to other videos in the channel. So please check them out, and when you're on the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Yeah, hello Marty. Hello Marty. What's up? Yeah, so guys, we have these fields. If we enter this and we press enter, we come here. When we press enter, we do this. Yeah, so that is that. And then from there, we need a button, right? We need the continue button. We need this continue button. Why did you learn to pro code? Yeah, so I did online. I read a lot of articles, I read a lot of documentations, and also I build a lot of apps. Apart from that, I did software engineering, right, which gave me the other stuff that I need to know about the whole software things. And also I did IT, which is a general overview of the tech ecosystem and all that. So it's just me putting myself in doing this again and again and again and again and again. Yeah. So sir, my good friend is very good coder. Okay, that's great. Yeah, that's beautiful. Then I'll text him so that he will teach me, because I want to be very good, guys. I want to be very good, man. Yeah, so we are gonna pick our button, all right, the continue button. We are gonna pick that right now. So let's go to the OTP verification screen, and then where is the button? Yeah, so we are gonna pick this continue button, and then we'll just use it here. I am here to learn. Bro, see your username. Your username proves that you've been coding even before I was born, right? But yeah, it's good to have you on board. It's good to have you on board. MD, Managing Director of all codes. It's good to have you on board, my boss. Agreed. Yeah, so we have this, and then we have this. Yeah, so guys, this is what we have. And if we check the text field, what is the keyboard type? We can change the keyboard type to password. I think we have a password keyboard type, right? So we can change the keyboard type to password. Do we have that? Visible password? Yeah, I think we have something like this for the keyboard type. Yeah. So I go get plenty more new. I know it. So we have this, and then continue. When we press on continue, then we would show this modal. Is this a modal or a dialog? Or none? Yeah, so we are going to show this when our password is changed and everything looks good. This is what we are going to display, right? Password's changed. You can now use your new password to log into your account. A pop-up, correct? It's a pop-up. A pop-up, then what is the difference between a pop-up and then a dialog? What is the difference between a pop-up, a dialog, and a modal? That three. Pop-up, dialog, modal. Guys, let's put it in the comment section. The difference between the three. Yeah, so we are going to build this pop-up. We are going to build this modal. We are going to build this dialog. And then we are going to build this element. This is a dialog box. Okay. Why is it a dialog box? Someone say pop-up. Pop-up is just let's say short notification, or just an info box that just pops up to let you know that maybe password set, and then it goes back. That's like a pop-up. And this is said to be a dialog. Why is it a dialog? Why is it a dialog? Tuana, thank you for the reshare. So why is it a dialog? Let's have it in the comment section so that I can read it out to the YouTube video. I believe that you do more interaction with a dialog box. Yes. Okay. So even most of the time when you talk about dialog itself is like interactions. So it's the type of pop-up that comes with buttons on them, or with items that you can use to perform another actions or interactions and stuff like that. That is also what the dialog does. But more ideas, guys. Let's share more ideas. Yeah. So let's say if this is password and this is password pass. When we click this, we are not supposed to move to another screen. Why? Because the passwords are not the same. You get it? The passwords are not the same. So what do? We have to write a particular validator, or we have to write a validator, so that when the two passwords are not the same, we tell the user that, hey, you can't move forward from here. You get it? Clock it. Yeah, so guys, let's do that. Yeah, so we're gonna look for the validator. Where is the validator? Oh, okay, we haven't written any validator for this particular field. That is crazy, man. So behind the decoration, oh no, I said behind, below it, or below on top, we are gonna write validator, and validator will take the value that we will be entering, and then down here we are going to return null, right? That is, if there is no error, then we will return null. Else, if there is error, if there's an error, then we are going to do this. So let's write this too, right? So we would say that if the password, right, the password controller dot text dot trim, right, if the controller modal is a self-contained section of a program or a web page. Modal. Now we've moved from dialog to modal. And if this dot trim is equal to c password dot text dot trim, then what do? If it is equal to it, then that is okay. But if it is not equal to it, then all right, and then a pop-up is any secondary window that appears on top of the main content. Okay, and now a dialog. So this is the main content, and then this appears on top of it, so this becomes a pop-up. Correct? Good. Now let's see a dialog. A dialog is a specific type of prompt that requires a user interaction. Yeah, so a dialog requires a user interaction, which is, do you want to delete or do you want to log out? Cancel and log out. That requires a user interaction. Password changed, login. Yeah. So, all right, a user interaction on an answer before work can continue. Yeah, so dialog, password changed. Okay, from Gemini. All right. Okay, dialog, password changed. Do you want to continue? Okay, password changed. You can now use your new password to log into your account. And then the user have to press on login before the new action begins, right? Which redirects the user to the login screen. That is what this is doing. So now this can be called a dialog. And then a pop-up is a secondary window, so that can be a pop-up that shows and say, hey, account created, but it does not require the user to perform any other action. So you just giving a feedback like, sorry, incorrect password, or account successfully created. Then poof, that's it. That's like the pop-up. And then the modal is a self-contained section of a program or a web page. That we are talking about mobile, so we can leave that for another time. And then dialog requires a specific it's a specific type of prompt that requires a user interaction or an action to be performed before work can continue. So yeah, this is a dialog, guys. Let's do that. But this modal, did you talk about modal? Okay, modal, not module. Modal, not module. It's modal. This modal. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, if password, all right, if password controller.text.trim is not equals to the confirmed password, right, if both of them are not equal, then what we are going to do is that we would return this and we'll say passwords do not match. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so if the passwords do not match and we try to move on, then passwords do not match. So we have to make sure that they match, right? So when we do this now, password, then they match. So now we can move forward. Yeah, so guys, that is that for checking if passwords match or not. So we can hide them. And then the next thing we would want to do is to show the modal, the dialog, the whatever, right? It's to show the dialog when the user clicks on the button, right? So we are going to move all the way back to our button. Guys, thank you very much for the like. A modal, it is a state where the box blocks the interaction with what? It blocks the interaction with what? With the rest of the screen until you deal with it. Okay, so a modal is now saying do this, else you can't move on with this, which means buy me ice cream, else you won't have access to the rest of the screen. So something that will be like those by force ads that you can't take off, the ones that you can't dismiss, right? They take off the entire screen and they make sure that they are done with showing their ad before they allow you to take to dismiss them. So can that be a modal? That is in the form of a modal and also a dialog, because after it's being a modal, it asks you to perform an action which is close it. So it can either be a modal, a dialog, but it's mostly a modal. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys for the likes, the follow, the support, and the reshares. Also, the WhatsApp channel is available for you to join, and also the YouTube channel for you to learn more. Yeah, so guys, we are here, and then we want to show this when we have these fields complete or valid. Right, so what we are going to do is that on click of the button, we will call this show dialog. All right, show dialog. Yeah, and then inside of show dialog, we are going to take the builder. All right, and then we would be returning something, and that should be it. So we have the builder, and then we can return something, which is return column. Yeah, so let's rerun this and click on this, then this becomes our modal. You see, this becomes our modal. Yeah, and we want to do something. Yeah, we want to do something in here. This is what we need. This 4 widgets. This, right? So I can have this column, main axis alignment would be in the center, and right, it will be in the center, and then the child is going to be something like text. Yeah, text will be data, and then the text one is going to be data. Like, yeah, let's have this 4. Rerun this and do this, then we would have something like this. Why are we having something like this? The context, right? The context is not of a material widget, all right? It's not coming from either a material widget or a Cupertino widget. Therefore, the data or the text is being laid out in a raw state, in its raw state, right? That is why we have it like this. What we can do is to call a widget that comes or that supports the material functionalities or the material properties. So what we can do is, instead of returning column directly, we can return something like, you can return something like a scaffold like this, Then the body would be like a center, and then the child of the center will now be this. So rerun, go down here, rerun this, and then we have this. Yeah, then we have this. You get it? If you don't get it, forget it. If you don't get it, then forget about it. Yeah, then what we can do is that this particular scaffold has a background, right? So you can change the scaffold background. You sure for scaffold? Yeah, I'm not sure. There's other ways you can do this, right? But I'm just trying this. It should work, and then I can try the other one as well. So we have this data like this, and then we can put this inside of a center, a container, right? Yeah, someone sent a text. Hi. Okay, I have something to attend to. Yeah, 30 sets. Hi guys, your names, yeah? I can't pronounce them, right? So we can have something like this. I think we have an out of the, I know scaffold for like body HTML. Body in HTML. Scaffold, body in HTML. This is Flutter. What's the name of the stack? Yeah, this is Flutter. This is Flutter. I haven't actually used scaffold. Body of an HTML is scaffold. I have no idea, man. I have no idea, and I haven't actually used it before. I normally do a lot of Angular work in the office, but I have not heard from anywhere of it being a scaffold. Actually, this is my first time hearing that, so I'll check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, but by the way, this is Flutter, and this is the Flutter SDK that we are working it. Yeah, great. Yeah, and seriously, I haven't heard of that before, so I'll go check it out, and then when I check it out, I'll go to the office, call some of my boys, and confirm if they know. Yeah, so I have a height of 292, which is the height of this container. Where is the container? Yeah, this is the container. So we are gonna have a height for it. Yeah, so the height is gonna be, let me say, just 280, and the width, for the width we can use double.infinity, right? .infinity. Oh, do this for me. Yeah, so we can have this, and then all we have to do, what, take me back, man. Then we have this. Yeah, I like you, don't use AI. Yeah, I don't. I don't, man. I enjoy the code though. Hey, like seriously, when I'm writing the code, I feel like, oh my god. Yeah, man. Then it's good to have you on board. It's good having you on board, yeah? Yeah, so we are gonna set symmetric, and then horizontal, and our horizontal is just gonna be 24.0 bars. Guys, thank you very much for the roses. Yeah, so we have this real engineer. I see you, big boss. You are my boss, and I am your small boy. Yeah, so guys, we can do this. Radius is 20. We can do the radius as well, and this is primary 0. This is just F. Yeah, guys, I have my boss in the comment section. Yeah, so all of you should be silent. Yeah, so we have this, and then we are gonna do decoration. Guys, please don't forget to follow. Yeah, if you don't follow, we are not gonna meet again, and that will be like crazy. So I want you to follow so that we would be in charge. You can also check out my YouTube channel. Yeah, guys, the YouTube channel, I'm live every day. Phew. Every day I'm live on the YouTube channel, so you can also check it out, and then let's connect all the time. Yeah, so now we have this one crazy thing that I don't like, right? That actually makes me feel like, ooh, one crazy thing that makes me feel like, ooh, when I am working with the dialog is that anytime I do a refresh, I have to do this and go back and set states, then come again. It's crazy, but yeah, it's all good. So mostly I build it as a normal widget and then later just put it inside of the dialog. Yeah. So now we are going to build this. This is actually going to have this is supposed to be simple, right? So we are going to build this, and then after that we will do this password, and then this, then we should be done. Yeah. Okay. So to do that, I would love to take this, right? I would love to take this whole container. I would love to take it from here, right, and then put it inside of here. So I want to drop it here. Let's rerun. Then we have something like this. Yeah, so I want to have it here so that it will be easy to build this quickly, and then just replace the dialog stuff with the new one that we'll be building. So the top child is going to be that container with the icon and blah 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 blah. We can do with container, right? So what we would do, the first thing is to call an icon. Icon, yeah. Then we are gonna have check. We would use the check icon. Why? Just use the check mark. Yeah, so I think we can use this check mark. Is it rounded? Yeah. Thank you for the follow. I wanted to mention the name, but I paused because I'm not familiar with it. Yeah, so let me set the color of this. This is gonna have a color of success green. Okay, success green. All right, so let's go inside of core app colors. Let's duplicate this color and give a space and call this success green, like this. And then in here we are going to replace this with this, right, and take off one E, then have this success green. Yeah, so this is the color, and we are going to call our app colors dot success green, like this. So now this becomes the color of our icon. After that, we are going to pick the size of the icon. Guys, we can't actually get the size. That's very sad. So we would have to find a way to get that size. Let me see. If we do this, we have this. Can we go inside of it? We can't access it. That's sad, man. Okay, so we will just give this a size. So let's give it a size of 32. Yeah, that should make it a little bit bigger, but let me make it 40. So assuming the size is 40, then we are going to have something like this. Now this, we would wrap it inside of a container, and this container is going to have a decoration of box decoration, and then the color, right? The color is going to be the app colors dot success green dot with values alpha dot 0.5, right? So 5% of the success green, let's say that is it, but this seems a little bit like 3% or 25% of the success green. So let's use this, and that becomes the color, right? And then the container, we would change the shape of this container, right? So we will change the shape to cycle, right? King, thanks very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so we change the icon to cycle, and then we are going to do the border, right? And then border dot all, right? And then the width of the border will be 3, and then the color of the border will be success. Guys, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you for the follow and the likes. Oh my god, I love the likes, guys. Thank you very much for the likes. Don't forget, please, to check the YouTube channel and check out the videos that we have there. Blessings. Thanks for the follow. Guys, check out the videos. I am live right now on YouTube. And when you get there, in the description, the official WhatsApp channel for my activities are in there. We have about almost 200 members in the WhatsApp channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe. I love you. Yeah, so we have this. looking just like this. And then the next thing we would do is to give this icon a little padding. So let's give it a 16.0 padding, right? So wrap it in a padding and then make this 16. That should increase it a little bit. Is that not too big? That is too big, man. Let's use the 8. Yeah, so this is okay. Yeah, this should be okay. Now we are done with this, the check mark. The next thing is the password, right? Password changed. Password changed, and this text is a semi-bold of 20, right? So just below the password, Amor, thank you very much for the follow. I respect that. Yeah, so the next data, right, guys, you can see that I am using the data placeholder to do this, all right, to make my work easier, right? So I just move from data to data and then I do my fixes. Yeah, was it 12? Let me confirm. It was 12, man. This looks like it's more than 12. This is 24. And this, right, just give me the chance, man. Okay, forget about it. Yeah, so I have this, and then I'm gonna call my app text, right? So we are gonna use the app text. So app text dot semi bold, and then the text is gonna be password changed, whatever. Yeah, text is gonna be this, password changed. So password changed with an exclamation. Oh my god, that's not changed. Oh my god, this is changed, right? Yeah, password changed, and then the font size is going to be 20.0. Yeah, this is going to be the font size, and then the color. All right, we don't have color for this. Okay, I'll do that right now. So app colors dot primary 900, right? And then I'm going to jump into semi bold and create another nullable field called color, right? So nullable field color, and then this is going to be equals to this color. Yeah, so that is that, and then we should be good to go. So rerun the app, and then we would have this. Yeah, so just below that we are gonna have the regular text, which is regular 16, and it's saying you can now use a new password to log into your account. Yeah, thank you, Morgan. I am gonna reply you after here. Yeah, so password changed, and then the next thing that follows is gonna be this. Bro, I'm going, thank you. Big bro, big man, big boss, it's good to have you on board. Thank you for the follow, the likes, and hopefully I am gonna see you in the subsequent episodes. Have a good day. Come on. Yeah, so we would have 16.0 and down here we are gonna have our app text dot regular. So we'll just copy this. Yeah, we don't have to do it all over, and then we'll replace it with this, right? And then instead of semi bold we would use regular, and with the colors we would use app colors dot 500, right? So app colors dot 500 is what we would use, and then the text says that you can now use your new password to log into your account, right? So it says you can now use your new password to log in to your account, like this. Oh, it's this. Yeah, Adama, thank you for the follow. Yeah, so we have this, right? We have this, and what we are gonna do is to align the text. Align, we would have this align, and then we would do text align, right, dot center. Then we would go to the regular. Yeah, we'll go to regular, and then we would add a new field, a new nullable field, which is going to be text align, right? And then we'll call it align. Then in here we will specify text align, and then we'll give it align. Yeah, so now inside of this, is this not align? Let me see. Align, right? Yeah. Oh, we are using regular, not semi-bold. Oh my god. Yeah, guys, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Thank you 2311 for the follow. And guys, thank you very much for the likes as well. I appreciate all of them. Yeah, so let's rerun this, and then our text is going to be aligned in the center. Now we can take this off. Thank you for the rose. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate all of them. Yeah, and then the font size is going to be 16, right? And it's by default 16, so we don't have to specify it anymore. And then it looks like this. Now we have to break the line at a point, right? So 2, we will break the line here at 2 like this, and then we have that. That is beautiful, man. Yeah, so this is looking all good. This is looking all beautiful, and I'm loving it. Now the next thing we are going to do is the spacing, right? So the space between this and this is 12, and the space between this and this is 24. Okay, so that means that after this text we are going to have a constant, right? A constant sized box with a height of 24.0 like this, right? And in there we are going to have a button. So let's go on to the verification screen. Man, I was about to mention validation, and verification don't want to come. Yeah, so the verification screen, and then let's rerun this and see what we have. So now this is what we have, and all we have to do is to put a little bit of a padding around this, and then we should be good to go. Ahmed, thank you for the follow. Malik, thank you for the follow. And guys, thank you for all the follows, the likes, and everything. I am live on YouTube, so don't forget to check out the YouTube channel so that we would be connected, and every day, every time when I come live, you will be the first to have access to the notifications. Thank you. Yeah, so guys, we have done almost everything, but it's left with a few one, then we are good to go, which is this button. All right, we have to put a little bit of padding at the edges, and that pattern is 24, right? So 24 on all edges. So we'll just pick this container. Now we are no more going to give the container a height, right? The container is not going to have a height again. What we would rather give it is padding, right? So what we would rather give it now is padding, which is this, right? Constant padding across all edges, and then it's going to be 24.0 like this. Rerun the app, and then we have this, which is looking so beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful is true. Then we will change this to login. So continue is going to change to login. Yeah, so on press automatically does this. So now we are not going to use this field anymore. We can take this off, and then we would have something like this. Yeah, and like this, then the navigation. All right, so this is going to change from, what is the text? Yeah, this is going to be login, right? Rerun, and then we have login. And this screen will be taking us to the login screen. Yeah, this will be taking us to the login screen, but we have to use pushAndRemoveUntil. Yeah, pushAndRemoveUntil. We are actually removing all the screens until we reach that. pushAndRemoveUntil, right? Which is going to take new routes. We would have to do a lot of stuff. We would have to do a lot of stuff, guys. We would have to do a lot of stuff. Push and remove until will require us to do more than just this, right? So we would have to specify the routes, and to do that we would have to go back and do so many things. I'm already feeling like yeah, so push and remove until takes this route and then an object, right? So what is the route gonna be? So I'm coming. Let me see if we can use a material page route here and also return this as true. Let me see. I'm just trying to do something. I can't remember how okay, the route predicate. Yeah, we are going to do that. Oh guys, let me do the first thing, and then from there we will do that. I don't know, I normally feel lazy when I have to use push and remove until, because you would have to go back and do some few things, which is crazy. Yeah, so login screen, and then now we should have this. When we click on this, we would be taken to the login screen, and when we press back, we would be back here. That is why we need to use the push and remove until, so that when we navigate to the login screen and we click the back screen, we wouldn't be brought back here. You get it? Yeah. So now we have this, we have the pop-up looking good. What we have to do is to now take it from here. All right, we will take it from here and replace it with what we have here. Yeah, so this is where we are showing the dialog. This is where we are showing the dialog. So we are going to replace the old container with the new one. Now rerun the app from the top, and then let's see what we have. So get started, log in, reset password, email, so we can say cws, no, let's just do this at gmail.com. Yeah, so we have this, and then we are going to move to send code, and then enter our code, right? Continue, and enter a new password. So let's say our new password is password, our other password is password, right? And then we can move on. So password changed, you can now use your new password to log in. Then we are back here, then we can go back here. Yeah, but before we log in, we have to actually drop, right? We have to take off this particular dialog, and to do that, in here we would use a function called navigator dot pop. Yeah, so what we are doing is that before we navigate to the next screen, which is the login screen, we would pop this particular dialog. So we will pop it, means that we are taking it off, right? We are taking it off the widget tree, we are throwing it away. That is what we are doing. So do this and go back, continue like this. Now when you come back, you see that we will no more have it. Yeah, so that is that. But I realized something when I was entering the password. I realized that when I entered this and I had this like this, the field was looking good, and the field cannot say continue until the passwords are all set, right? So let me do that before we move on. Alright, so let's take a look at this, right? So that is because we are doing the check for only the password field, which means if the password field is okay, then that means the fields are valid, right? Which is not right. So we can do and c password controller dot text dot is not empty. So now we'll make sure that until the two fields are occupied, this button cannot be enabled. Yeah, so now it becomes enabled. When you try to log in, it says what? Passwords do not match. So we would have to do this as password and also do this as password. And now we can say password changed, login, and then we come to the login screen. Yeah, so Amir, welcome back, brother. Welcome. So yeah, guys, that is that. Let's review our app and then say bye bye to episode 5. Yeah, so we have this get started. This is the screen for everything. We have the login screen, the reset password screen. In here we add our email, so code with Setso at gmail.com, right? And then we send code. So assuming we receive the code, we would enter this codes, then we continue, then we set our new password, right? And password, if we make a mistake, it says passwords do not match, so we just do this, and then we can continue, which says password changed. You can now use your new password to log into your account. Press, then we are back to the login screen. So guys, that is that, and that is what we've been able to do for this particular episode. There is one last fix that we have to do, which is this. When we move to this, after resetting our password, when we come to the login screen and we press the back button, we are not supposed to come to reset password again. So in episode 6, that will be the first thing we would fix. After fixing that, then we can go into building our home page, which is this. So guys, we are almost through and we are coming to the sweet, beautiful, and pretty part of the app. So get ready for the bigger features, get ready for the beautiful stuff. We have a lot more to work on, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you comment, and you always stick around in all the episodes, right? So we can move reset password to the done section, and now we know that we have one last screen to finalize. Although we are done with building this, we have to do the finalization. Then from there we can move on to the home page. Yeah, so guys, that is the beautiful things that we've done so far. It is good having you on board. It is good having you stick around all the way till now. So don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode, episode 6. I'm gonna meet you there, and it's gonna be bigger, better, beautiful, more interactive, and lovely. Don't forget to drink water and code more. Big ups.